Amazon has built a SimCity? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Clean Tech, home of daily technology news and reviews, and today we're going to be talking about the SimCity being made by Amazon. Today's video is brought to you by CleanPhone. More on them at the end of the video. So as per the headline, Amazon built the most realistic version of SimCity we've ever seen. Amazon's new AWS or Amazon Web Services service for massive simulations lets you place a whole lot of digital people in virtual spaces. Let's jump right in. Amazon has a new AWS service, AWS SimSpace Weaver, that lets users build massive simulations that look like real-world SimCity maps. The idea of this new service is that users can take advantage of Amazon's massive AWS resources to run simulations that scale across multiple servers without running into computing or memory limitations, which could be useful for things like modeling the foot traffic surrounding a new sports stadium. Just, as an example, considering recent things happening, FIFA, I'm looking at you. You can see AWS SimSpace Weaver in action in this impressive video demo, which we'll take a look at obviously, from uCrowds, which simulates 1 million people walking around Las Vegas. By layering in geospatial data with the hordes of simulated people, it can give you an idea of how people might move around the computerized streets of the city if they were all let loose at once, if you will. Not that that's realistic, but just as a matter of simulation. With 1 million people, there are, quote, simply not enough walkways to fit them, according to the video, and even reducing that number to 50,000 shows where people start to bunch together. And then again, it's powered by artificial intelligence, and therefore, it has a brain, it can think. Quote, previously, if a customer wanted to scale up their spatial simulation, they had to balance the accuracy of the simulation with the capacity of their hardware, which limited the usefulness of what they could learn. Bill Vass, Vice President of Technology at AWS, said in a press release, AWS SimSpace Weaver removes the burden of managing simulation infrastructure, simplifying how customers run large-scale simulations and freeing them to focus on creating differentiated content and expanding access to simulation development. It's basically gonna work or come into play when we talk about big scale projects, and that could be even companies like Meta or Google or the top tech giants. They could take advantage of this because then again it's meant to be used in situations where massive simulations are required. And who runs massive simulations? Massive corporations. I mean, it's a one-to-one connection. AWS SimSpace Weaver also integrates with popular development engines Unreal 5, which had its own city showpiece in the Matrix Awakens demo, and Unity, meaning it could be that much more enticing for developers to actually use. So obviously it's going to be accessible to everyone, but big corporations are going to be the ones who will be getting the most out of it, because then again, I'm pretty sure a lot of them already have projects or services under development that cater to the mass audience. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what the video is all about. So this is a demo of Las Vegas. We have the simulation. 1 million pedestrians, okay. Digital twins need scalable crowd simulation solutions. Lots of scale, okay. AWS plus uCrowds allows for infinite scaling. That is to say, if you have the budget for it. Alright, so expanding server 1, server 2 using distributed computing in the cloud. Okay, so these pedestrians are able to walk across servers essentially, and you can add as many servers as you possibly want. With geospatial data, we can simulate anywhere on Earth, okay, and render it in 3D. So kind of based on or for projects that want to target a specific location, allowing for realistic real-time simulations with real-time user interactivity. I'm guessing they put a wall and are now seeing how they interact with it. And by layering photogeometry data on top, we can create realistic environments. Okay, Alright, so we just went 3D pretty much. Alright. People are walking on the roads instead of the sidewalks. Okay. Simulating Las Vegas has already led to some insights. There are simply not enough walkways to fit 1 million people, like we talked about. And that's the case with a lot of places in the world, obviously. Okay. Reducing it to 50,000 greatly improves the flow. So a lot of people are, in this case, sticking to the sidewalks, and yet there's still some on the road. But even with the reduction, there are areas, right? Okay. We will continue to scale up and refine the technology to further push the state of the art. As should be the case with technology, obviously. 1 million down, 7.99 billion to go. That's a long way. Just so you know. There's a lot of difference between a million and pretty much 8 billion. But hey, it's a step in the right direction. If anything, I'd love to see, especially modders, make an actual video game out of this, because then again, those guys do some of the best work the world has ever seen. But yeah, Amazon, kudos, and tech corporations, startups even, guys, let's start making some really creative and really amazing things out of this. That's just my thoughts on it. Let me know yours down in the comment section below.
CleanPhone is the perfect phone for your kids because it allows you to manage everything on the phone remotely. It has tons of amazing features, such as easily allowing you to pick and choose which apps and games your child can use, provides you access to active phone monitoring including SMS and phone call usage, allows you to control how long and how often your kids can use apps or the internet. You can even check their call and SMS logs including inbound and outbound calls and messages, and it is the perfect way to manage their screen time. Check them out in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.